Pit road's a busy place as you ride with Jimmy Spencer pitting right behind Ernie Irvan. Wipe of the windshield. A little soap and ammonia there. He felt the right side come down off the jack. Both those cars going up in the air. They are battling for position. One lap down, back about 18th spot. And Dale Earnhardt will get a penalty, as will Rick Mast. They both pitted too early under caution. When pit road opens, the cars on the lead lap get to pit first, and then a lap later the cars one lap down. So both Earnhardt and Mast will have to restart at the back of the longest line.
I just noticed when Earnhardt come in, his rear wheel's locked up. He has nothing but rear wheel brakes. That's worse than having none at all.
Yeah, you go down the corner, you can see the skid marks. When he came in, it locked the rears and nothing on the front. You go down the corner, hit the brakes, and wants to chatter the rear wheels.
Earnhardt came in here with a 250-point advantage over Dale Jarrett. Now they're going back under the hood. And a look at the master cylinder. Looks like one of the crewmen has a jar of brake fluid there.
They'll probably go back out and try not to lose a lap here and see if they can come back in and pick it up. It looks like they're going to go down a lap anyway.
One to go. He's going to have to race the pace car down to the end of pit road. The green light is up, but he will not lose another lap. Davey Allison up front. Rusty Wallace, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd got a good pit stop. He's up in the top 5 with Dale Jarrett. The furthest any driver has come to win a Major League Stock Car race. 43rd starting spot. Johnny Mance won the 1950 Southern 500 in a Plymouth. Didn't change tires when everybody else did. He came from 43rd to win it. And Bonnie Flock in 1953 won the Raleigh 300 on a 1-mile speedway. An Oldsmobile.
He might be safe with that record. I don't know if anybody's going to take it away.
I think so. We don't start 43 cars too many places anymore. 5 leaders, 9 lead changes amongst them. Average speed creeping up now, 101.9. Under the 5th caution, 22 caution laps so far. Only 6 cars officially out of this race. Hood goes up and down on Darrell Waltrip's car on pit road. And we'll take you up through the gears with Mark Martin when they come around for the restart.
You see the indication there. It's in second gear, the little yellow light on second. Watch him wind her up. He's in second, 8,300. Well, that thing must have read wrong. That's got to be third gear. I've never seen him shift her from second to fourth, but maybe he pulled her over in 4th gear.
He gets that kind of speed in second gear, I'm going to wonder.
The RPM didn't go up. He might have a problem pulling over in 4th because he didn't get a lot of RPM with it.
When we go down the back straightaway here, you'll see how much they use the up.
Almost. Let's go back up front, buddy, for a second, just to watch Davey Allison as he battles Rusty Wallace for the lead. Now, Ernie Irvan is trying to get back on the lead lap. He is in 17th position, 1 lap down.
He's got a good bit of damage to that 4 car, but he's trying to get that lap back.
So he's got a great pit stop in that exchange with Ricky Rudd. He's up to the top 5.
You see Sterling Marlin back there in 3rd place behind Davey. He was leading. He ended up coming out 3rd after the stop. Rusty Steve got him out front right now.
See the bright yellow car just behind Rudd and Harry Gant there. That's Greg Sachs. He's gone 2 laps down in that Ford. Very, very happy to get up here where all the modified fans that followed him when he drove Ernie Wilsberg's car to many victories up around here. Give him a chance to run a Winston Cup car in front of the folks that followed him through his career. Sachs running 2 laps down right now in the country time car. 27th spot. Side by side, there's Jeff Gordon underneath Morgan Shepherd. And Shepherd is a lap down at this point. Gordon pulling up on Dale Jarrett. And Mark Martin is right there as well. That top 5 spot.
Jarrett's in 5th place.
There's Jeff Gordon.
Working that wheel. Just like we saw him at the first of the race, having to really fight that car right in the middle of the corner.
A couple of big bites out of that wheel right in the middle of the corner.
Get the car in there pretty good, but he's kind of saw that thing a couple of times. It's good, like you said, but he's really cranking the wheel around to the left. Might be a little tighter than he wants it.
Moving up on the outside, that's Greg Sachs inside and Dale Jarrett up on the high side.
If you notice the racetrack, we have a lot of clouds right now. The racetrack's almost totally dark now, so the cars that were real tight a while ago start loosening up a little bit, make the racetrack a lot better, and also on the brakes, it'll help these guys that have been having brake trouble. When temperature goes down.
I think I saw 8,400 RPM on Jeff Gordon's tach as he went down into the corner. 100 or so RPM more than Mark Martin showed us on the Ford telemetry.
And 180 on the water. I've seen that too.
Martin following Jeff Gordon up through. Moving up on Dale Jarrett. The report is that Hut Strickland needs a relief driver.
They got Jeff Burton standing by. He's been right there all day. Right there at that lead pack. He's needing to win a race. And Mark's got the car that can do it. He's been wanting all day long to get that car back up front. He had it up there. I can't help it that Mark's running the verge of winning one of these things.
Looking back at Mark from Jeff Gordon's rear roof cam.
Well, that was a classic shot right there. You could see the Ford move up in the middle part of the corner, run right up on Jeff, and hit the straightaway, and the Chevrolet pulled away. There's two places they're strong. Watch this thing go right here.
Picks up a little down the stretch. Mark works under Harry Gant. Gant in the Skoll Chevrolet is 1 lap down. He's the 17th place car. Up front, Rusty Wallace. You know, he started off the season with a bang. Win after win, but this is the first race he's led since Dover.
That's hard to believe. You stop and think about that, Mike. They were so strong early and to go this far, but I mean, it takes something like this to get it back on track also.
There's Harry Gant. Leo Jackson. Skoll Chevrolet.
That car's just like when we see Bill Elliott. That's a car that has to win a race pretty soon. They'll get it all worked out. They're the type of people that never give up.
174 laps. Rusty Wallace, Davey Allison, Sterling Marlin, and Ricky Rudd up in front of this pack. Dale Jarrett in 5th, Jeff Gordon in 6th. 7th is Mark Martin, and Kyle Petty is up to 8th.
I think Jeff Gordon's easiest problem as far as the brakes is moved right up on the back of Dale Jarrett now. And his car seems to be working just a little bit better than it was before this caution.
Maybe he had a little bit of a chance to cool that thing down. And a lot of these cars, sometimes the frontal area, they cover them up with duct tape thinking they might not need it. He might have had a little bit of that left they could do something with. But like you say, buddy, he seemed to be better than he was just before the caution came.
Let's go to Jeff Gordon's pit. Here's Glenn.
This is Ray Evernham, and Ray, you told me earlier that he's got a brake problem. They've cooled off now. He's okay now, but the problem still remains.
Yeah, this track's a little harder on brakes than we thought. We brought the same amount of cooling that we normally run, but it looks like we needed to get more air to the front of it. So he could run a few laps hard, and we've had to calm it down. He's doing a good job, and we hate that it's happening, but we're going to have to try and finish this race best we can. So we're just going to have to let the brakes cool when they get hot.
That pretty much tells the story, guys. He's good right now, but when they heat up, he'll have to back off.
And there goes Mark Martin underneath Jeff Gordon to take the spot away.
Well, like we said, he looked a lot better, and he was for a few minutes. But
Bernie Irvin almost into the wall. You saw him there out the right windshield of Jeff Gordon's car. Excuse me, buddy. But he got way up in the marbles and almost to the fence.
Almost don't count. Don't do that anymore.
Nope. We stay under green. First call for Irvin.
I think one thing that helps at this track, Mike, we've seen a couple of cars get out of that groove. This thing is 65 foot wide. You can get in there too hard, make a mistake, and there's room for recovery. Where some of the track, once you slip, you're knocking the fences. We've seen several cars lose it, be able to stay off the wall and get back into contention.
Let's show you that again from a different angle. You saw it out the windshield of Jeff Gordon's car.
No wonder you called attention to it. He was out there in the gray stuff. What's your back end slipping? Or is it that old marble stuff out there?
that's when you stop and start all over again.
Almost want to call timeout and start over again.
There's Hut Strickland, who was looking for a relief driver. And Neil, when you said Jeff Burton was going to stand by in relief, I was a little skeptical because NASCAR has a rule against rookies driving in relief. Randy Pemberton found out the answer. You're right.
Well, that's right. He has won here before, like we talked about before this race. Jeff's got as much time on this racetrack as anybody out here, so it looks as if they're going to let him in the race car. He's got his helmet here. Hut Strickland, they think, is suffering from food poisoning. He came down a little bit sick last night. The crew says he sounds all right, but he's very, very weak in the car, so they're going to hopefully wait for a caution flag.